I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite BL lathe kits. It's the 3340 kit, and it comes with two of the most popular attachments you can get for it. This is a wheel mandrel, which has the capability of going on there's a left or a right hand option for this. It accepts any grinding stone or polishing buff that has a 1/4 inch hole in the middle. It's pretty easy to use. You loosen up these set screws and put it on the shaft, just as I did whenever I put these mandrels on. Well, whenever we zoom in, I'll show you how I set those up. One of the most popular attachments is this collet holder, which can be attached to the BL lathe. It can take 3 different size collets, 3/32, 1/8, as well as a 1/4 inch. That's pretty big news because we can use anything we've ever used in our flex shaft in this collet holder, as well as things that are 1/4 inch, which are commonly found in machine shops, light industrial, woodworking shops, and things like that. It opens up a whole new world of attachments that most of us jewelers and small shop, manufacturing guys haven't seen before. So I'm going to set this up on the right side of this BL lathe, give you a close look at that, and we'll take a closer look at these collets and really see what I'm talking about. So come on in and take a look. To set up my collet holder, first thing I'm going to do is remove my right side spindle using my Allen wrench. I'm going to loosen up the set screws about a 1/2 of a turn and simply slide that off. Remember, that's my right side. I don't want to get this mixed up with my left side spindle. Now I'm going to take my collet holder and put it on the same way I took the spindle off. Slip it all the way down to where these 2 set screws are over top of this flat spot, and then tighten the set screws. Don't over tighten it, just tight enough so it's snug. You'll feel it. Now I want to show you that the collet is inside. These come with a 1/4 inch collet inside the collet holder. Let's talk about these collets for a minute. The smallest one is the 3/32. It's pretty common in a jewelry shop to find this size shaft. The second size is the 1/8 inch. A little bit thicker than the 3/32. And the largest size, what excites me, is this 1/4 inch shaft. I'm going to set these up and show you some of the more common accessories that I use with each of these collets. I'm going to start with the 3/32, the smallest one. Put it in and close and screw this down. The way a collet works is that it actually holds energy. It's like a little spring that grabs things. Can you see when I flex that? How that metal comes in and actually grabs like an eagle's talon? Whenever I put one of my attachments in the 3/32 collet holder and turn this down, I can do it finger tight, or it actually comes with a wrench. You put the pin through the hole to keep the shaft from turning. Then you use the wrench to tighten this. Don't over tighten it. There's a spring on the end of this pin to help remind you to take this out. Never turn your BL lathe on with the pin left in the shaft. This is a radial bristle brush. We'll talk about that in just a little while. This is a separating disc. I use this a lot when I'm taking things off of a sprue after I've cast. This is a drum mandrel. I'll use this one to clean inside of rings or small parts. Keep in mind, anything with a 3/32 shaft will fit in this collet holder. Now let's change to our 1/8 inch collet. Again, this is the one with the medium size hole. Now I can use things with the 1/8 inch shaft. A lot of times I'll just do this finger tight as opposed to using the wrench. Now I'm going to change to my 1/4" collet. This is the largest one of all, and it's usually the one that's found inside this collet holder whenever you get your 3340 kit. This is one of my favorite attachments when I use my BL lathe with the 3340 kit and the collet holder. It's got the 1/4" shaft, and this is a drum mandrel. It's an ASD 141. I use this tool to get on the inside of rings and do the inside of bracelets and anything with an arc. What I like about it is it holds these sanding bands, and I don't need to tighten this with a screwdriver or a wrench. I simply slide this over the rubber part, hold it here, and turn this. By pinching it, it actually expands the rubber inside this drum and holds it on there. I'm going to make sure this is nice and tight. I've got a lot of different choices whenever it comes to drum mandrels. All different lengths and all different sizes, as well as different combinations of sandpaper. So I'd like to just go over what actually goes with a 3340 kit. It's the polishing lathe motor, a right and a left spindle, a wheel mandrel that can accept things with a 1/4" hole, also my favorite, the collet holder, and 3 different collets. It does not come with any of these attachments. Those are all sold separately. Also, it does not come with the filter hood, but there is a kit available that contains this filter hood or another filter hood that you can hook up to a vacuum system. I'm sure you'll be real happy with this, and the more you use it, the more things you'll find that it's capable of in your workshop. Again, if you're looking for something that has a really small footprint on the bench, something that can be moved from bench to bench, and something that's going to give you the power and the versatility that you're looking for, the BL Lathe 3340 kit is a real good choice. In the future, I'm going to show you a lot more things you can do with this, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.